Hey guys, today we're talking about order of operations. Let's think back to what an expression is. It's a group of terms and operators or operations like this positive, negative, multiply, and divide. Okay, so when we are doing order of operations, we have an expression and we have to figure out what step we do first. So how do we figure that out? Well, there's a clear order to things, and we call this order of operations. Grouping, then exponents, multiplication or division, and this always goes from the left to the right, and lastly, addition and subtraction, which is always from the left to the right. So multiplication sometimes comes before division, and sometimes division comes before multiplication. It just depends on who is further left in the expression. Okay, so go ahead and take a second and copy this slide down. When you're finished, unpause the video and we're going to do a couple examples. Okay, so just so we have these here for us to look at, we're going to first look at the expression 10 minus 2 plus 8. So I see a subtraction and an addition, which this is the only step that goes with. So which comes first? Well, it's always from the left to the right. So in this case, we are going to subtract first. 10 minus 2 is 8. Bring down the rest of the problem. 8 plus 8 is 16, and we're done. Okay, make sure you have that example written down. Let's also try this example. Let's call this one number 2 and this one number 1. In this one, we have addition and subtraction, but we also have multiplication and division. In this case, addition comes before multiplication, but we're not allowed to do that in order of operations. We have to multiply or divide before we ever add and subtract. So we're going to multiply first. 3 times 5 is 15. Bring down our 4 and our plus sign, and now we can add 4 plus 15, which gives us 19. Okay, let's look at number 3. This is a little bit more complex. We've got division, addition, multiplication, and subtraction, but the key here is that these are in grouping symbols. So the first thing that I always do is I look for grouping symbols. Since I have them, I perform whatever operation is within that grouping symbol. Bring everything else down. Okay, then the next thing that I do is look for exponents. So I've already covered this. Do I have any exponents? I do not. I do have multiplication and division. This and this both need to occur before I would ever add. 20 divided by 4 gives me 5. Bring down my addition sign. 17 times 3. Okay, so I get 51. Add 5 to that now, and we get 56. Okay, so it's not as intimidating when you follow these in order. Okay, let's look at this one. Any grouping symbols? Nope. Exponents, yes. 6 squared gives me 36. Bring down everything else. I'm going to change this multiplication to a dot, which you can if you would like. Then we're going to take 3 times 36 plus 4. Well, we have multiplication and we have addition. Multiplication comes first, so 3 times 36 is 108. Add 4 to that now. 4 plus 108 is 112, and we're done. Okay, I want you to go ahead and, just kidding, I'm going to show you this one because I forgot about it. Okay, first thing we see is grouping symbols, so we're looking here first. Okay, but within this grouping symbol, I have exponents and a subtraction problem. So I do the exponent first. 8 squared. So I get 64, bring everything else down. I still have grouping symbols. So 64 minus 2 is 62. Bring everything else down. Okay, so I've covered these 2 steps. I don't have any more exponents. Now I multiply. 62 times 2 is going to give me 124. And last thing that I can do is add, which gives me 129, and I'm done. So make sure you have this example as well. which is example 5. So in your notebook right now, you should have examples 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now it's your turn. Go ahead and try these, and I'll be back in just a second to show you what I did. Okay, in this first one, we need to do the grouping symbols first. 5 minus 2. Okay, now we look for exponents. We don't have any. Now we're going to do the step of multiplication and division. We can do this one first. 25 times 3 is 75. Bring down all the other steps since it's furthest to the left. Now we're going to divide. 75 divided by 5 is 15, and bring down your takeaway 12. 15 minus 12 is 3, and you're done. Make sure you check this one with a red pen. Okay, in part B, if there's no symbol, we know it's multiplication, right? So the first step is parentheses. Let's erase this so we have a new starting point. So we're grouping symbols. Okay, within this grouping symbol is an exponent. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Bring down everything else. Okay, now we have 8 times 4, and I get 32. Bring down the 24, and now we multiply them because everything that was in the grouping symbol is finished. And we get 768 as our answer. And that's all I have for you today. See you next time.